Happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. We got an awesome show planned tonight, and the show that we're going to talk about is something that I think all entrepreneurs struggle with. We good? Okay. You know, and not even just entrepreneurs. You know, it can be just people just in the actual workforce period, and that's really mastering time management for entrepreneurs. Well, again, we're talking about mastering time management for entrepreneurs because, like I said, I know this is a common problem with a lot of entrepreneurs. We're going to have that discussion, about it. But that's why I want to actually go over the subject matter in regards to, time management struggles, and also give you guys some tips to help you, surpass any kind of shortcomings that you may have with dealing with time management. Before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lamb.
What's going on, brothers? Thursday.
Man, best of the week,
man. It got to look cool outside.
Shit, man, I'm out there playing with them damn fish yesterday in the pond. The landscaping blew all these damn leaves and I have my net over there.
Oh, okay.
Man, I stuck my arm in that damn pond. Cold as hell out there.
Cold out there, bro. It's getting cold. Fall is trying to break on through the door.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, Thursday is the best day of the week, giving out all this free knowledge.
Free information. I definitely appreciate everybody tuning in. I also want to say what's up to my other producer, Slid316. What's up, Reed? Yeah, man. We got a great subject matter tonight because again, when we start talking about time management, again, we're talking about mastering time management for entrepreneurs. A lot of entrepreneurs struggle with this. Well, before I get started, shout out to Mike Tyson stealing all that money on Friday. Hey, I seen this about 2 hours.
Right. Mike Tyson stealing all the money. Yeah. He had a couple of chances he could knock him out. When he ducked under him and was about to punch, and then he changed his mind and did like that.
I don't know, like. Oh, the fuck was going on, man?
Right.
Shout out to Mike, man.
Mike that came up.
Mike wasted about damn good 2 or 3 hours of my life.
Right.
Hell, wait for to get there.
I thought he wasn't gonna have the stamina to stay in the ring that long, but he seemed to have had the stamina. That wasn't the problem.
He didn't have the stamina.
He didn't.
No, hell no. He had the stamina to stand. Man, but shout out to him. I mean, he's in phenomenal shape to be 58 years old.
Right.
But they were in the boxing and stuff, but they did a great job of hyping it. That's shout out to Jake Paul. That's all part of marketing and be able to make money, do things like that. But yeah, that was a trip.
Yeah.
But we're talking about everything. In tonight's show, we're covering the subject matter: mastering time management for entrepreneurs. One of the key things about being an entrepreneur is usually when we just start off, right? When we start off, we got start off personal budgets. So we can't afford the lawyers, can't afford the accountants, we can't afford the managers and things like that. So we're doing 10 different things. And one of the things I think people need to focus on when we look at time management is about focusing on the right tasks that drive the business growth and avoid burnout. It isn't just about getting stuff done, because I think so many times people look at the time frame they got to get things accomplished and for want to get it done. When you're an entrepreneur, it's not about getting it necessarily done. It's to get the right things done that's going to benefit you. You making an accomplishment that's not going to give you any kind of return that's going to be positive is not as impactful as I'm getting the right thing done. Right. We got 10 things to get done. I'm like, well, look, the most important thing going to take a little bit more time to get all this other stuff out of the way. The problem is the other stuff out of the way is not going to have bring any kind of revenue to you.
Okay.
It's not going to bring any kind of impact to your business. Things are going to take a little time, right? It may be a little uncomfortable. So we want to make sure that we manage our time properly. We're having this discussion. So that's why I want you guys to be open-minded about it, because like I was starting off, when you get early in business, you find yourself doing everything. Some of that could be your budget. Some of it could be, you don't trust people. You don't have the right people in place. You really don't know, but it's really everybody. I'm doing everything. I'm posting on social media. I'm making the product, selling the product, picking it up, and all this kind of stuff. And what happens is you're pulling yourself like this.
Right.
You're pulling yourself like this. And like some of the earlier discussions we've had before is you make yourself very ineffective because you're limited to the capacity of what you can get done.
True.
You know, there only so with 2 arms and 2 legs, there's only so much I can do in a day.
Mm-hmm.
With so much experience, so much knowledge, there's only so much I can think that to get done, right?
Mm-hmm.
People got to be realistic about who they are and what they can do. Again, tonight's show, we're talking about mastering time management for entrepreneurs. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel. Make sure you go there and subscribe. Also, guys, make sure you pick up that $5 ebook, 5 questions to ask yourself before you get started in business. That link is in the description of all the videos. 5 questions to ask yourself before you get started in business. $5 ebooks change your life. If you read that book before you get started, or if you're in the process of being in business already, it will benefit you. Trust me with that. What I was about to say, if you have anything you want to add to the conversation, feel free, whatever platform. I'm about to say, I'm seeing what is D&G landscaping on here. What's going on? Whatever platform that you are on, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. Just leave a comment or feel free to call in. The call in number is 678-740-9894. Again, the call in number is 678-740-9894. And listen, guys, let me be straight up with you. If you are an entrepreneur, business owner, whatever, and you have issues with time management, like when we talking about some time management, I'm not talking about make it late to your damn appointment. I'm talking about you have things that you need to get done, but you can't get a lot of stuff accomplished because it's just you're overwhelmed. I got to do 10 things, but I only got so much time because I got a job, I got a family, I got this business, I got health issues, I got money issues, whatever it is. But we want to have a discussion today to help alleviate some of those problems and issues you have, because a lot of it is systematic.
Okay.
You know, it's not necessarily what you don't have, it's what you just haven't done yet.
Okay.
You got things to get things accomplished, right? So that's where we want to have that conversation in regards to, again, mastering time management for entrepreneurs. But again, if you got any comments or anything like that, feel free to leave them. I just seen somebody leave some. Sam on TikTok said amen. Appreciate you tuning in. But definitely call in or leave your comment in the chat. Call in number 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. Let me ask you a question before we get to rocking and rolling. So do you have some common, when we start talking about mastering time management for entrepreneurs, do you find yourself struggling with that a lot?
Most definitely. I struggle with it because for one, I have ADHD problem. I have a concentrating problem. So I may start off.
Now, you self-diagnosed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, actually, I'm not. I've been in therapy for it.
Okay.
I've been in therapy before. I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
But my problem is that I may start out doing something, and my intention is to get this done.
Yeah.
But what I discovered is that I'll think about something else, and I'll start doing that. And then I'm like, oh man, I forgot. And I'll go back. So what ends up happening is I end up getting nothing done because I've gone down a rabbit hole on too many things.
Yeah.
You know, when you have what I've discovered is when you have a plethora of things that you need to do in order to get the business done or to make the business a success, you tend to try to do one thing, and then you start focusing on something else, and then you just don't get anything done.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of entrepreneurs may have that problem because we have so many things that we're thinking about that really we feel that it's a priority. Yeah. Now, everything that we feel is a priority may not be that way. You get what I'm saying? Like, I have a lot of things in my head. Like, oh, this. Every time I make a list, it's 15 number ones. You get what I'm saying? That may not be the case. So this is going to be a good conversation because I'm thinking like, this got to be done. This got to be done. This got to be done. And it may not even be that serious of an issue. So now I'm stressed out because I'm not getting anything done. And it's 2 or 3 weeks later when I'm supposed to have at least one thing done.
Well, that and to the point you just brought up, what you incur is what a lot of people incur. That's damn burnout. Because I'm trying to do so much, I'm not getting any kind of traction.
Right.
And it's killing me because I'm like, it's kind of like that the hamster running in the wheel.
Yeah.
You're just going over and going, and you know you're moving.
Right.
But you're in the same place.
Exactly.
And it's nothing uncommon with doing that. Like I said, a lot of times people think if I had this, if somebody gave me this, but sometimes maybe if you just change this, reset this, redesign this, move this, And that was kind of like some of the I got master in supply chain, and that's kind of some of that foundation of the whole, back in the day, the Six Sigma, all that kind of stuff, just, process efficiencies, doing that kind of stuff. We're doing that. So that's kind of like, I'm from that school of thought where, okay, listen, this is what we have.
Right.
These are the actual inputs we have in regards to the money, the time, the people. We can't change that. How can we use it differently? So that's kind of how my mind be wired sometimes, like, because most of the times, to the point we talking about when I asked you that question, things you struggle with, again, guys, tonight's show we're talking about mastering time management for entrepreneur. Again, mastering time management for entrepreneur. Excuse me, I've got this.
Well, say hey to mama. Hey, mama.
What's up, mama? What's going on? But when I was just thinking about myself, my struggle comes mostly with not necessarily the businesses, is the multiple. The tag, like right now, we got tax season coming up, so we're hiring, training. YouTube channel, trying to make sure we staying active. That ebook,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like what I've been sticking my toe in, I went to go meet with SBA. Was that last week or week before last? Because the landscaping janitorial company, Three Sons, that I had back to back in that active back in 07, 08, when the market crashed. I want to go meet with the SBA last week. Okay. To just see about, hey, federal contract. So just kind of stick my toe in that, before I start looking at getting a team together. I'm sorry, man. Got a cotton mouth. Just stick my toe in that to kind of see before I start building a team out, kind of seeing what's what with everything. So I'm just saying those three things. Right. I'm looking at. We ain't went into like if I gotta get a runner house and all stuff together and everything. Right. So my excuse me, my issue with time management is more so making sure that I can allocate enough time to make certain projects happen over different landscape, as opposed to trying to get certain things done with one. And it's extremely difficult if you're not disciplined with doing it. Right. So I've done videos before where I show how, on the weekend I do my schedule in regards to, just the list of everything I got to get done for the week, highlighting high priority, low priority, mid priority, whatever, and kind of allocating them out during the week, depending on when we can get it done. Some stuff I got to get rolled over, but that's something I go through, on a weekly basis, and we even gonna talk about some of them different techniques. Okay, but I'm just saying that's just something personally that I struggle with, and a lot of times people sit there and like, damn, Poochie, you be on top of your stuff, but I have to be disciplined like that because I'm brutally honest with people when I start talking about, we start, you self-employed, I can't afford to miss out on certain stuff. Right. I ain't the type of person like, I don't get into that, get off the plantation, do this, be your own boss, because I know how difficult it is to be your own boss. Right. I don't do that. I don't have PTO. Like I don't have it. Right. I don't have nothing to fall back on. So if you miss a day, you miss a month. That's it. Right. That's it. I can't walk around and get sick. Right. That's why I got to get over this damn drainage shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I can't afford to get sick. I can't afford for certain things to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes when my kids need me, like, when I say need me, I might have a little thing here going, hey, Dad, help me with this stuff at school, this, that, and that. I mean, it can throw me off track because I can't, work don't stop when at 5 o'clock for me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like we've talked before. You said, it could be up 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning doing stuff, trying to get stuff done. Yeah, and like I say, it varies from person to person. But I just wanted to, I want people, have this honest conversation because far too often people get in situations when we say, I want to go down the road of entrepreneurship, and don't realize the commitment it takes, the discipline it takes, and actual structure you got to have in place to be, just survive. They ain't even saying being successful. Right.
Just
you got other intangibles.
Just keep going.
Yeah, you got other intangibles, resiliency, perseverance, all kind of other BS that you got to have in you. We just talking about just keep the damn lights going. Right. And
let me ask you a question. You said something earlier about managing, and I know we're gonna get into the discussion a little bit more, and it may be in the discussion. You said allocating time to each individual project isn't, you struggle with that a little bit, and I believe that's what we all struggle with, allocating time. Like I said earlier, we tend to think that everything's important. And I know with this discussion, you're going to show us, something may not be as important as we think it is.
Yeah.
And the burnout part is what I'm dealing with now. That's why I'm gonna have to take a break at the end of this month, because when you're trying to think of how to make a business successful and how to make things successful, you tend to think that you've done everything, or you tend to think that there's nothing more that you can think of, because you're in it, doing it, for one, and you're not stepping back from it and looking from the outside in, going, well, maybe we need to do this, or maybe I do that, because we feel so much as entrepreneurs that we are doing everything we can to make that business successful.
Well, a lot of times you get caught up in doing tasks that's not going to improve your bottom line, be a detriment. Simple example from that is me. You had a conversation about the landscape. You sit there, people will say, "Why would you pay somebody $150 a month? Just throw out an arbitrary number to go cut your grass." But if I go buy all the supplies, that's a couple grand. If I know that what I'm trying to do can make me a couple $100 an hour, I need to be focusing on that, because the money I spend and the time I lose out there playing around in my yard, I'm not gonna get that back. It's not gonna be more than what if I'm out there engulfed in what I need to do business wise. Now that shit can go over a lot of people's head, but sometimes you gotta sit here and look at it. We can't get caught into, if we're charging $150 an hour, whatever your number is, we can't get caught into doing $8, $9, $10 hour tasks. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And you got to be realistic with yourself. Well, I can do that yourself, or save some money. And you cut it yourself. I ain't got time to cut it.
Right.
That don't make me lazy. That don't make this, that, and that. I ain't tripping. And it ain't for everybody. But I got the shit I got to do, bring me more money. I can get caught into that. The guys that hit my yard, they can be in and out in 20 minutes. I'm out there a couple hours.
And I'm not minimal.
And the return on investment for the equipment is going to take me a couple years. I don't think people think about that.
Right.
So the money you think you're saving, you're really not saving. You're losing the money.
You're operating in the red.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to take you a while. Now, if you want to sit there and look, I'm retired, I got time, it's not a big thing, that's a whole different conversation. When we start talking about going down the road of entrepreneurship, to the point you said, like, hey, we get, looking at what's important and everything like that, we got to be realistic about, in the grand scheme of things, look, I got to take care of this. I want to do this, but this is not important. I like it. I love this. I really don't like this.
Right.
But it's more important than this.
Right.
What I like. That makes sense?
I get what you're saying.
And I think we got to be honest with ourselves and just say, listen, we can come back to this. But I really love doing it. You understand?
Right.
But we got to take care of this first.
Right.
And it's going to take a certain amount of time where we might got to pump the brakes and not do what we love doing and take care of business. That's what I think kills most entrepreneurs. People think because you're an entrepreneur, you're in business, it's all about doing what the hell you want to do.
Right.
So you're going to do what the hell you got to do to get, make your money.
Business successful.
Yeah.
Right.
And so that's what
Maria says, hey, on YouTube.
What's going on, Maria?
How you doing?
That's one of the biggest things I think a lot of times people miss. They want to, like I said, that whole thing, I'm going to start my landscaping business. I'm going to get my pressure washing business. I'm going to sell these cakes and do that. You find out very quickly what you want to do, the pathway. You like cooking red velvet cakes. Everybody in your family love it. But everybody want to make the sweet potato pies, which really ain't your favorite to do. It takes a little more time. But that's what the people that paying want, right? You want to get the pressure washing business because you kind of good with, doing houses. You like doing it. But most of the people around here, they just want their driveways clean. We're going to argue with the folks that putting money in.
Right.
Like I said, the customer ain't always right, but the customer's always paying you. You need to find out where in that argument you want to find, you want to be at, right? And a lot of times people get so caught in their feelings because they got them an LLC, got them a website,
right,
and they figure like, shit, you ain't paying yourself,
right?
So that's
I watched a documentary on Instagram. I mean, not Instagram, on Netflix, and the guy, it was called Chef Table, and I've talked about this before. I was just very impressed with his mindset once he got it together. he wanted to make noodles. This thing was making pasta. He wanted to learn how to make all different types of pasta. He started a restaurant business dedicated to that. So, but like you said, he loved making the pasta. So he went into partnership with someone else, and they did the business side. He did the pasta, what he loved to do. They did the business. But it was somebody in the middle who was working and said, hey, I can't work here no more, but you need to pay attention to what's going on the business side. Well, the business side wasn't his thing. He loved making pasta. But when it all came down to it, his name was signed to all that stuff. And at the end of the day, he ended up on $3 million that wasn't being paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't like doing pasta. He didn't like doing the business. He loved doing the pasta part. Yeah. But the business part, he had a partner with him that wasn't doing the business.
Key rule of being an entrepreneur, you ain't got to know everything.
Right.
You just need to know a little bit of everything to just be able to be able to keep your eyes, or know if you got to put certain things in place to check, or have certain people in place, or certain things to watch for. You ain't got to know everything.
Right.
To your point, like if I like just making the pasta, but I don't want to work with the business, I don't need to know the business inside out, but I gotta know enough to know. Okay, if I gotta have people here, and then you got checkers checking your checkers. Real talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I had the cleaning business, I'm outsourcing the cleaning business, I'm outsourcing the contracts, and I had checkers. I had people that were doing QC or quality control, going checking all that kind of stuff, and then I'm meeting with them,
right,
getting in their ass like, hey man, look,
right.
Damn school called. What's going on? You supposed to check on them. Well, the people supposed. No. I pay you to go check on them. You have no. That's an outsource contract. So you got to have all this kind of stuff in place for doing it. You don't. That's one of the fatal flaws when people get in business. Say all the time, well, my wife gonna run it. Your wife don't know shit. She's smarter than you.
Right.
She's smarter than you.
Right.
But she don't know. That's not her world either.
Right.
But because she know how to cut the computer on and stuff, you figure, okay, well, I'm gonna let her take care of that. That ain't what you need to be doing. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And be cool with your old lady enough. It's been a million times. Couples are come in my office, and the gentleman, because it's a man they talking to, he wants to do all the talking.
Right.
No, he don't know what the hell going on.
Right.
He doing it like this. And the women be don't know what the hell going on.
Right.
Because it's a man that he want to talk. Everybody gotta be smart enough to know, like, listen, me or you, baby, this ain't our strong. So how we gonna go about this? And if you can't get certain things in place, get those things in place with that, okay?
Right.
We got a comment here, Savage Bliss PR. What's going on? Good evening, gents. Entrepreneurs often battle with actions that don't necessarily produce the money. Yet background paperwork is key. Agree? That what we just to that point we do. I do agree. We spend a lot of time is spent, on things that people you think is important. But what I think is important in the actuality of it, you know what I'm saying? It may be two old different things. But the key is just equipping yourself with knowledge and experience, people. They can help you circumvent that kind of stuff. And again, tonight we're talking about mastering time management for entrepreneurs. Again, mastering time management for entrepreneurs. Feel free to keep leaving comments in the chat. Also, feel free to call in if you got any story to share, any question to ask. 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number 678-740-9894. And we go over a couple of key time management challenges. And the first one we had discussed earlier, and that's wearing multiple hats, where, again, you try to handle sales, marketing, advertising, customer service, all this kind of stuff. You got to understand, guys, 24 hours in a day, you only got 2 arms, 2 legs. You got to be realistic. Now, you have to, we'll go to solutions in a second, but right now we're just addressing the shortcomings. But that wearing multiple hats will stretch you totally thin when you're trying to do stuff. Especially, guys, if you're doing this in conjunction with a job. Because if you got a job that's going to take you out the mix 5 days a week, and then you trying to do this business when you get home on the weekend and stuff like that, it's going to be extremely difficult from the simple fact that everybody's not going to want to talk to you in the evening when you're available.
Right.
Everybody ain't going to have, an interest or availability to do that kind of stuff. Certain vendors or companies won't be around to answer questions that you got, right? A lot of stuff, and you have to be very realistic with doing that, okay? You got to be and we'll talk about solutions in a little bit, but we just, some of the key things that do pose those challenges. The second one is just task overload. The challenge is lack of prioritization, resulting in entrepreneurs spending time on less important tasks. What we spoke on earlier, the things that probably be the easiest, but be the least impactful. Mm-hmm. Even though you can get 8 or 9 of those particular things done, mm-hmm. but you need to spend more time on you. Myself, for example,
right?
I got this sales package when we want to start doing advertising. I had to pump the brakes, and I've been working on that for the past couple of weeks. Like, mm-hmm. nah, that ain't right, and stuff like that. And I've been doing a lot of other things, to be totally honest with you, that easy to do, wanting to do and everything like that. But in the grand scheme of things, like, look, man, I got other stuff I need to be focused on with doing it. And it's been challenging with that because the thing that's a priority goes over. Mm-hmm. What I mean by goes over, I'm spending more time on this shit than I thought I was.
Right.
And I still got other stuff to do because what we doing right now, lad, we hiring people for tax season, training as well. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting here worrying about this ad pack, but I gotta get this because once that's rolling, it's rolling. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, guys. You got to be realistic about what we want to do and what we need to do. Right. What's gonna be the priority? So just make sure that you're not so tasked out. You got to be able to segregate what's the most important, the ROI on it, return on investment, and we're doing certain stuff. So you got to kind of keep that stuff in mind. Another one is constant interruptions. Emails, messages, and meetings can derail focus and productivity. Cut your damn phone. What we talked about before, those social media breaks. Whatever time you want to have your little social media break, you cannot be focused if you find out about it. You're looking at everybody's stories. You can't do that. Folks call you during the day. Like sometimes you just don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
Don't answer the phone.
Now I'm guilty of the social media thing. Like I'll post something and then post something on Misfits Radio and I go back and look at it. I was like, I need to post something else. And I get down the rabbit hole and before you know it, 4 hours went by.
Well, the posting don't kill you. It's the what?
Scrolling.
Yeah.
That's a part of posting.
And you don't say
that first before you post.
Well, you're not supposed to.
I know it.
So, conversation with an old friend or something like that, current friend or whatever. Hell, that little 5 minutes. Hey man, whatever. 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be very, very careful with those interruptions. Well, you know what? I can't deal with your time. Keep it. I can't deal with your time.
Okay.
Just hey man, you've been calling. I've been calling all day, man. What's going on? Had to work.
Right.
Had to work.
Yeah.
So you gotta. We talk about especially entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs, a lot of time we ain't on the floor. But the supervisor saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" We buy ourselves.
Right.
It requires an extreme amount of discipline to be an entrepreneur, to be a successful entrepreneur. Because again, you're not going to necessarily have folks checking.
Yeah, that's true.
Encouraging. So when people come with all that kind of stuff, especially the phone calls, this, that, and that, hey man, what's going on? Hey, sometimes you got to know to call because you got to stay focused.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that.
It being seen that person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sad place to be honest, social media distracts productivity facts. 100%. It's several things. And you definitely know your vices. In regards like, oh man, here that you see certain stuff like, oh man.
I know my vices, but I'm still guilty of indulging.
Yeah. That's most people. That's why we're having this discussion,
right.
The other one, the last one is just unclear boundaries. Without clear boundaries between work and personal time, and entrepreneurs find themselves working around the clock, which isn't sustainable. And guys, I'm gonna be real with you. There's a thin line. You do got to get rest. You do got to get some time to decompress and do things you want and everything like that. But you also got to make stuff happen. You cannot try to aspire to do certain things and believe that they're always going to fall into place and make stuff happen at your leisure. You know what I'm saying? You're going to give us some weekends. You're going to give us some birthdays. You're going to give us some parties. You're going to give up some stuff because the correlation between sacrifice and success. Right. So you just getting your LLC, getting your tax ID number, posting on social media, thinking that's it. You out your damn mind. I mean, you out your damn mind. Right. So then that's what a lot of people, they think that, well, people aren't doing this and doing that. man, you gotta put in work.
You gotta grind to it.
And the unfortunate part about it, you have to have the mentality to keep doing it when you don't see nothing happen and keeping your vision on where you're gonna be. Because what's gonna happen a lot of times, you're gonna be putting in work and the results ain't gonna be there what you think. You just can't quit. It just, I wish I could just get somebody a secret sauce about certain stuff, but it just really come down to, hey man, you gonna stay down or you're not gonna stay down.
Right.
You're not obligated either way, but you just cannot have certain expectations if you ain't willing to put in that work. And you know what, Lab? That's even that's not even just stuck with just being an entrepreneur. That's even you got your career. You gonna have to pay some dues to be able to sin. And that's just the reality of everything. And I think a lot of times people don't. So we start getting that time frame stuff just with the boundaries. I get like, hey, we got to have family time and all that kind of stuff. When you're first starting, I'm 23 years in the game. Shit, so it's a little different for me. Because I don't want to get it twisted. I speak on a lot. You might see a post, I'm out here smoking a stick, I might have me a drink. That I didn't do that at first.
Okay.
I did it, but it never like the frequency now. Like I was putting in work, man, and when the point you brought up, what I was talking about, like me being a father, I made a lot of whole sacrifices to get to a certain point where I was like, okay, screw health, screw family, not screw it, but I'm just saying like it was just like, let me focus on this, let me get the foundation together and everything, and I did that. Did my family health, other social stuff maybe suffer with that? Absolutely, absolutely. Would I go back in time? Would I did it differently? I can't say I would have because I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Right.
But I can honestly tell people that's the kind of shit, dedication and stuff you got to have to get certain things. Now, you got to be realistic how far you can go in.
Right.
Before you start like, look, man, that money worth it. Right. And I had to do that. But I will say you still can't have certain aspirations unless you really to go down that road, because everybody they want to be entrepreneurs. They got this idea,
right?
Social media got everybody messed up.
That's true.
People sitting there, they done rented this car, they got this camera,
right?
They got no money.
Got no money in their pocket.
Yeah,
they last no money on the camera.
Exactly, and doing all this kind of stuff, man. Look, I seen a video. Let me get back to this in a second, but I seen a video. I forgot the guy, Robert, one of the guys for Shark Tank, but he was talking about Mark Cuban. And he was asking Mark Cuban, at the time Mark Cuban worth $3 or $4 billion. And he was asking, man, why are you always in a t-shirt and jeans, just looking like a slob in this room? He said, because I can.
Right.
He said, I can't. They want to deal with me.
Right. They don't care how I look.
Yeah, I can.
Right.
A lot of people, they can't do that, but they want to present an image. Guys, and again, I'm just being brutally honest with everyone. If you want to go down that road of entrepreneurship, you want to have your own business stuff, you got to be able to be a little mentally prepared to suffer. You got to be a little mentally, and don't worry so much about what people see and what people think. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to just focus on what you're trying to do. What people think about your business or think you live in a certain way, that ain't nobody concerned.
Right. That's right.
I mean, and if you feel good doing that kind of stuff, fine. But you can't just pop out that damn GoFundMe in a couple of months. Now people wondering. We just gotta be realistic about those kind of things, just knowing those boundaries. Again, guys, tonight's show is we're talking about mastering time management for entrepreneurs. Mastering time management for entrepreneurs. Feel free to leave a comment or question in the chat. Also, feel free to call in 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. You got a question or anything like that in the chat?
No, he is drinking water. Just to let you know, she's like, "Give him some water." He is drinking water. That's what's in the cup.
We got a bottle around here.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Reek. I done went through that. Got that damn man. It's raining and everything. I appreciate it. Thanks, Reek. What we got in the comments? We got let me see what we got right here. Savage Bliss PR says, believe 1% of what you see on social media. Trust us. I can, and again, I'm not tripping on what anybody posts. If you feel good about sharing parts of your life or doing that, that's cool. That's cool. I'm not tripping. But again, if you got certain questions or expectations and everything,
2 bottles.
Appreciate that.
All right.
Thank you. They have a lifesaver. Thanks, brother. So you want to do that, but again, you got your focus on what people see and what you have. You got to be realistic. What's bringing in anything to you? So you so damn focus on
Impressing people.
Perception don't put money in your pocket.
Right.
Your action do.
And I think that's a lot of times what happens when people say they want to go into business with themselves. Sometimes I think it's more of a vanity thing. They want to impress folks. Like, I got this business, it's doing this, it's doing that. And in our actuality, it's not doing nothing. It's just is. You know what I'm saying? It's just exists. We all go into business. I feel like we all go into business thinking it's going to be a success. I think the problem that we have is when it's not success, how to pull away from it. You know what I'm saying? Because then that's where the vanity comes in. When people, you don't want people thinking you're a failure, but it's not. You're not doing it. You study shoveling money down a black hole, and you don't want to sit back, like you said, and realize that this way is not the successful way. Let me stop doing this and do something else and see if that may be a little, or do it a different way, and let that be successful. But we're too prideful to not do that.
I ain't never been a type of person to tell what I had or what I did. But to your point, I remember when I had the studio, that was kind of, I won't say hard to let go, and it wasn't because of the money or my ego. I always felt like I could fix shit.
Right.
And not that I was worried about, hey man, what happened to this? What happened to that? I always just felt like I could fix stuff. And that was a good lesson to me to learn, like, really staying in my lane. When I started, now it ain't really a big deal, but you talking like early 2000s. I ain't gonna say people hating, but I just think people didn't had a fucking way of supporting.
Right.
Because the question always be, you still got that tag business?
Right.
You still do this? You still do that? It wasn't like how the business going. You know what I'm saying? Like,
trying to see if you got it going on, or if it was even a successful, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right.
That was always the question. You still got that? Y'all still doing that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here, damn, hell yeah. And same thing with the YouTube channel. You still got that little YouTube channel?
Might put the little word in
there. Yeah. Like people say, well, it's doing good, and everything like that. But people ain't out of concern
or congratulations.
It's but you just, if you weren't supporting from the beginning, I ain't tripping on you. Like, okay, come a success, because I didn't do it for your ass anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of entrepreneurs have they have so much on their plate. They have so many things that they need to accomplish, and they feel that they need to do to make themselves successful. I think a lot of times it becomes a mental burden, because you try to do these things, you try to figure out the best way to make it successful, and you try different things in different situations, and sometimes it can just drive you bonkers. It can drive you crazy thinking about this stuff. And us as entrepreneurs, we don't see how we need to reset. We think that we need to move this out the way and push this to the front of this, but we don't want to step back and realize that this is consuming us and we are not successful at it. So what else can we do? It's so many things that entrepreneurs deal with on a daily basis that sometimes, like you're saying, our time management, we think we think we're doing great things. We think the time management is great, but it's not accomplishing anything.
Well, here's the deal. And this one, I think a lot of times people go down the road of entrepreneurship, they not focused on the vision. They just focus on the task
or concept.
Get set, And what happens is, you have to be so locked into your vision of where you at and where you're going to be, that no matter what turbulence or any kind of setbacks you have during the process, you stay down with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, Lab, I'm trying to think. I don't even know how long we was doing the YouTube channel before it was monetized.
Right.
I know it's years.
Right.
And so we in here, I'm here bumping my gums. Just you're doing it because I like doing it. And most time people are not gonna have that kind of dedication.
That's true.
To get certain things done. That's why you see so many podcasts start, then they 4 or 5 episodes in, and they're like, shit, we paying this bill to go film and edit and all this other shit, and we ain't getting no money, which ain't gonna come for a long time unless you're a celebrity. and they stop.
Mm-hmm.
They stop.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have it's set on the task of making money, not on the vision of starting here. This one be
that's where I'm gonna be at.
And you gotta have that kind of stuff because that's gonna help you endure through the BS, right?
Yep. It helps it helps you endure through you doing your podcast, and you see somebody with a bunch of mess doing their podcast, and they just making tons of money.
Yeah,
like the popping balloon people. Here we are giving out good free knowledge, and all our podcasts, to be honest with you, do a great job of trying to give out some kind of free game. But then you go on YouTube and the pop balloons got 17 million views.
And here's the thing about it. I can't trip on pop balloon because that shit ain't done. So the time I spend talking about them, that's taken away from what I need to be doing.
Right.
But to your point, that just lets you know how what can attract people.
Right.
Well, we got this one pathway, but I gotta stay down with what I'm trying to do.
Right.
That ain't me.
That ain't us. Right.
Because we first started with everybody. Y'all ain't got a red table. Y'all ain't got this. Y'all ain't got this. Other kind
y'all
of
ain't in no building.
That ain't what I'm trying to do.
We ain't trying to be the news. I ain't got no desk. That's what they all say.
But that was the kind of things. What we got right here, Southwest PR said the PR team we know. Also correct hashtag boss mode just for the likes. Authentic risk check mark. What was that last?
That was you.
That was me.
What, your phone?
I don't know. It scared the shit out of me. I thought it was this phone. Okay. Well, I don't know where it came from, but it was unique. That was a unique note. A power up. Somebody sent me TikTok. Maybe $1. Yeah. Keep sending them. I be seeing guys in prison, man. You wake up about 1, 2 in the morning, but them guys be streaming live from prison.
See, that was you.
That's for me. I don't know. I guess somebody sent me a heart that would have looked like.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank y'all. Thank you, whoever did that.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it and everything. Thank you so much. With everything we're doing that. Can't really tell who did it yet, but I thanks a lot. But when who did that? I'm second see. D Harris. What's going on? Appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks, Vet. I appreciate it. I seen the guys in prison, man. They making all kind of buku bank. They live posing.
Yeah.
The ladies are going wild.
They are.
God bless America.
Right.
Again, tonight's show, we're talking about mastering time management for entrepreneurs. Again, mastering time management for entrepreneurs. Feel free to leave a comment in the chat. Also, feel free to call in 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. And what we're going to go over now is just a couple of techniques to help you improve your time management, okay? And the first one is, just being able to set that grid matrix out. What I mean by grid matrix out, where you're separating. Check this out, guys. And I've done videos on that. I'm going to do a new one on it soon, where you have high priority, medium priority, low priority. Doesn't even make a difference, right? And then we're looking at time consuming, not that, medium time consuming, a little bit time consuming, not really going to take a long time at all, right? I don't know what it'll be, I don't know. But what you have to do when we start talking about being able to break that out, what I do on a weekly basis is I write down all the tasks I need to get done each week. And then what I do is I go and put down beside each one of them high priority, low priority, medium priority from that point.
Okay.
And then I sit there and look at, how time intensive it's going to be.
Okay.
Even if it's a high priority, it's something I can get in and out with, and that might be calling DJ Lab in the morning, Monday morning. It's a high priority, but you need to call you, hey, bro, take care of this stuff here, or text I got to shoot to you, right? Or it may be something like I said, I got to sit down and go over the ad pricing list. It's probably going to take me a couple of hours, maybe a day.
Right.
Sitting down, jotting those things down to sit down and say, because I only got so much time. And the high priority task, I got to sit here and try to take care of, but we have to structure it in an amount where, we can get it done. So you can't just lay everything out on the same day. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to have a week full of all this stuff and they're killing your ass. So you might say, okay, Monday, I may do one thing that's going to be very intensive. There's high priority on Monday. Then I might have 2 or 3 other items on there that may be, medium priority but less intensive. Might be some phone calls here, there, and there to make sure some stuff in place or read some emails, whatever. Now we're segregating everything,
Mhm.
right? Again,
Mhm.
we got the priority of it, then we got how much time intensive it is, right?
Right.
And we segregate. Be realistic about how long something gonna take you. We know how important it is, right? We know how important it is.
Mhm.
So we gotta take care of that. But we need to make sure we're not hitting it. It's just like I was telling my kids like when I was in college, you know,
Mhm.
same thing when they set their schedules. You ideally you want to try to have a semester, maybe one hard class
Mhm.
and then maybe two mediums and then an easy.
Mhm.
You know, now if it falls, especially when you get to the end, you got four hard classes. That's just how it fell out. But you want to kind of not just get beat yourself up
In the first year, yeah.
just kind of ideally have it spread
Mhm.
out in a certain way, and that's kind of how we want to try to be doing. Again, we're going over techniques on how to full-time management. I ain't know what's going on, Lab.
We're getting the love. That's all.
Getting love. Okay, I'll
Getting
take
the love.
Okay, well I'll tell you how it comes. But those the kind of things. Just having that kind of prioritization matrix in regard to segregating everything. Feel free to leave a comment. You got a question in regards to anything that I'm saying.
Let me ask you a question. When you say high priority, low priority, medium priority, and the tasks you put within those columns, do you estimate the time next to, like, say, if I say, I need to talk to Poochie about such and such, posting, getting more things done, and I put next to that estimated time 30 minutes. Do you suggest that they do that as well?
Yeah, you want to, because that's the only way you're gonna know if it's gonna be high intensive.
Right,
Time gonna be. You might know straight out. You may know straight up that shit gonna take an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You may know from get this gonna take a while or whatever. Me and Larry got to sit here and talk. We got to go over this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's gonna be like, look, man, it's damn near. I could just text this to him.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So if you know, you know.
Right.
If you got to guesstimate. Give yourself, if you have to guesstimate certain things and it may be a little bit lengthy or possibly, give yourself some leeway with that.
Okay.
Give yourself some leeway with that. So what I would suggest, if you know it may be a little time intensive, have you a couple of little tasks that's not going to be as intensive. There might be like a medium or or lower priority. There's not going to be too much time intensive that you can mix into it.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So
yeah.
That's just kind of what I would suggest.
Okay.
We're doing that. Okay. That's a good question. The second thing, we're talking about tips to help you in regards to trying to, get over time management issues. The second one is time blocking, right? And what I mean by time blocking is, kind of locking in certain times of the day for a particular task.
Okay.
Just period. That's what it is. The thing of it with the time blocking period, you're not even. It may not necessarily go to in depth worrying about the priority. It's just this day I'm going to take care of this particular item.
Okay.
If we locked in, we're doing it, sticking with it, rolling with it. If you don't get it, you roll it over to another day.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say another day, you already have it. Because ideally, guys, I would suggest you have everything already kind of somewhat structured already.
Okay.
Not wake up Monday morning and I'm going to do this.
I'm going to do this.
I'm just saying, regardless of what technique,
I'm good.
Regardless of what technique you use, I would highly suggest that you go the pathway of trying to just lay it out. Try to set your structure up on a monthly or weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to you got your monthly tasks you need to do. Then each week, how you're going to segregate everything. Because things change.
Mm-hmm.
Items come and go. Priorities change, right? With doing this stuff. So try to make them adjustments from there. But if you have Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm taking care of the tax business.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm dealing with a YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for those days, these are the 4 things you're gonna do from 9 to noon. That's what you're gonna do. Right. Period. We ain't went into priority, whatever, but that's what I'm doing. Okay. What I don't do, I'm gonna roll it over on to Wednesday. Okay. But you just straight up. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Guys, is not a right or wrong way with anything we do. It's just different.
Just different.
And what happens is, as you can try different ways to find out what's best for you. Now, whatever you're doing working, you ain't got to change. But a lot of times, that's why we had this conversation. It's not necessarily like that. But that time blocking, just saying, okay, this is what I'm doing this particular day. Again, guys, try to make it a habit of try to at least have some kind of plan for the week. That weekend prior,
right?
At least, right? The third one is it's just going back to what we're talking about. It's just daily priorities, where you might just get. Which I don't even want to go into that. I don't even want to go into that. I'll say that. Another technique is outsourcing and delegating. We're talking about again, time management for entrepreneurs, outsourcing and delegating. Guys, one of the biggest things again we talked about earlier is just from a financial standpoint, a knowledge standpoint, trust standpoint. People have issues with delegating and outsourcing.
Right.
I want to build my own website. I want to make my own logo. I can go on Canva and make my logo. I can go on WordPress and make my own website and all that. Like, and the shit look like you did it. But the time it took you to do that, you weren't focusing on the other stuff you need to do. Right. Now I got to do this. Now I got to do that. And all the time you still trying to mix this shit in when you get out of work. Your mind tired. It's 8 or 9 o'clock. You done cook dinner, help with homework. Your mind in a whole other damn galaxy. Right. We got to be realistic what we can and can't do. What we're doing it. You don't want to be losing time and losing money trying to do everything. Yeah, we're talking about mastering time management for entrepreneurs. Sometimes you can go on Fiverr, go on Upwork. We did videos about that. Get your freelancer to do certain things. Get your little website done. Get your contracts made. If you're able to, you might get something. If you can't afford a bookkeeper, you might get a software and pay a bookkeeper a one-time fee, $200 or $300. They at least set your charter accounts, put them on retainer so they can meet with you maybe every quarter to just double check your books. You can't do everything. Right. It's not possible. There are a lot of automation tools for people to use that help you.
You use a lot of those.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about some of those in a second. You have to be realistic about what you can and can't do under constraints. I get it. Like, because one part of you don't trust people, put them in place. The other part, what I think happens more than anything, you trust the wrong people. Not because they're not gonna do right by you, it's because they don't have, from a knowledge standpoint, they ain't too much further than you. They're just available. Right. I got my son working at the front of the restaurant. He a good kid. He ain't gonna screw me, but his people skills
not very good.
Right. That's the thing about it. How many times have y'all been in a restaurant where the waitress is coming to get your order, but they're not coming back enough? Right. They're sitting over there on their phone in the corner. Right. They doing certain stuff like that. And they ain't bad people. They may not even be late. They just in their mind they not understanding. Customer service, this, that, and that. We're going stuff, greeting, come to the restaurant, and everybody ain't spoke to you. Just certain things.
Yeah. I don't like that. I went to a restaurant out here, and it was a family-owned Jamaican restaurant. And as soon as I walked in the door, I said, "Oh, she don't want to be here." It was a daughter at the cash register. She's like, "What you want?"
Yeah.
Like, really? Like,
yeah.
But it just when you say hiring, having your kin folks at the front cash register when you first walk in, that's the first thing people see. And if she's saying, well, "What you want?"
But see, again, that person ain't gonna steal from you. That person is not gonna do you wrong. Right. But you got somebody in there that has no business right there. Right. And you said, "Man, I can't afford to do this, that, and that. My daughter gonna do it for free." You know what I'm saying? They help me out with my brother, this, that, and everything. But what's happening is they're gonna harm you more because they got no business being there. Right. It's amazing when things don't work out how we can come up with the money we need. Because when the business about to close up, now we borrowing and moving that. Right. Use some of that energy before the ship starts sinking. Right. To try to get certain things in place. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? We get very desperate when that fear come in. The energy that you use to do that, use that when you don't necessarily need it. It makes sense?
Yeah, I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
I get it.
I think I'm finna lose my business. I'm posting like hell. I'm going to bank. I'm begging and begging and begging. But I never thought about doing that prior to.
Right. It wasn't a necessity then.
Well, I didn't have to feel.
Oh, okay.
You understand? Right. I had to get access to capital when you don't need it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Well, now I'm
talking about that on several shows.
Now I'm about to lose it. Now I want to try to get a loan. Get the money then. You don't use it. You don't use it. Right. But I got access to it, right? So you got certain things we got to be able to think about.
Slicks say cheap labor ain't always good.
No, it ain't. But I can understand the mindset sometimes what we're looking at, like, hey man, I'm really like, hey, I can't afford to do certain things.
Right.
Sometimes you can't afford to cut combs. You see what
Mm.
I'm saying? You can't afford to do that.
Right.
Like I said, when shit hit the fan, damn man, we ain't making no money. We losing this kind of stuff. People they get very active. Get active when you feel like you don't necessarily have to.
Right. Let me ask you a question. You said when I said that the young lady at the how she was acting at the register when I went in, you said that she may not steal from you, but do you think that even though she's not stealing from you, you're still gonna miss money because it made people walk in there and see the attitude and walk right back out?
Well, that's the point. They're not gonna intentionally do nothing to hurt you,
right?
But them being there does hurt you.
Okay.
You know that I'm just saying they're not intentionally doing anything or whatever. But they're 150% for you, but that doesn't mean they have the capacity to know how to take care of people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So you got your nephew. They working the job. Y'all doing construction somebody's house. But they go in the folk backyard, smoking a blunt, talking and cussing and all this other kind of stuff.
Use bathroom and all that.
Yeah, they have no intentions of hurting me.
Right.
But because I can't afford to get somebody, or and I don't want to say I can't, but sometimes people just don't make a priority to do certain stuff, and they're like, man, damn.
Right.
What I thought I was really, trying to, hey, I can give my nephew, my son, they habits. Now the lady like, you know what? I can't recommend you to nobody.
Right.
I'll just hurry up and just let it go.
Done.
Yeah, because this guy's smoking drugs,
right?
A child, and all that other kind of stuff. We gotta be smart about that. You know what I'm saying? Sad publicity PR says, side note, don't assume family members and friends are got you. They might violate the business well. Well, I appreciate it. Again, we're gonna look at it from the perspective that they cool.
Right.
I think that when we start looking at the kind of things that what we're talking about, is not that a person can try to steal from you or do wrong. We're talking about you just got somebody in there that don't need to be there.
Right.
That don't need to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like their intentions are well, but you just got somebody in the capacity that just don't need to be in that particular spot, right? They I got my partner, he take care of my social media. They take care of social media, but they really don't know what the hell they're doing.
Right.
So they posting,
right?
But they're not tracking. They're not putting it in the right places. They're not doing it at the right frequency.
Right.
And it's maybe generic posting. You got information about come eat at labs. Ain't no address, ain't no phone number, ain't no link to the site. There you go. But I'm posting pictures, right? So you just gotta be honest with it. Again, tonight's show we're talking about mastering time management for entrepreneurs. The last piece I want to go over, guys, is just some common things I think can help you guys. What I was talking about earlier, just some options to help you, things that you put in place to help you from an efficient standpoint. Guys, I'm a big proponent in scheduling. I use Google calendars and Google alerts. Same thing with Apple's. Lock that stuff in with doing stuff. Hey, make it, put things in place, get notifications, get the bells and stuff like that, so you don't run over, spend time with certain stuff.
Right.
We're in a day and age now we have too many systems and too many things in place for people to be able to, run things efficiently. Hey Google, give me a 15-minute timer.
Right.
Hey Google, play this little music when it stops. Just have it stop. When it's time for me to jump on the next task. Okay, I'll do it for you. It's that simple.
Right.
Right. Hey Alexa, just put this stuff in place and set this schedule for me. Right. It's there. Take advantage of it. Yeah,
out the way.
Yeah, take advantage of it. Sad place BR says my aunt says somebody, family and friends is still in and willing. Well, yeah. I agree with that. But the Google clocks, the Google calendars. One thing that I do use Hootsuite, and that's like a scheduling app. But I use Hootsuite religiously. I know you guys see a lot of postings that I may have on my social media, and a lot of that I've already had automated where it's locked in. I spend 2 or 3 days out the month setting the post to go from there. We use a StreamYard, so we stream on multiple platforms. We use I just think something off the top of my damn head, man. That I use, and there are a lot. Use Canva to kind of, some of the things were just with the thumbnails and some of the other things have in place. There are a lot of things, guys. I'm gonna be totally honest with you, that you can use to put in place to help you from a productivity standpoint. And some of it can just be as simple as Googling productivity apps for construction, productivity apps for landscapers, productivity apps for, and you'll see all these different things where that could be applicable for your particular industry, for your particular business, to help you operate more efficiently and effectively. Okay, I really want you guys to look into that, looking to have an open mind as opposed to what you want to do and what can be best for your business. What you want to do and what can be best for your business. Okay, I really, really, really want you guys to take some time to look into it. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I appreciate all the love and support. We're, I think, 62,000 subscribers for Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. Well over, yeah, what's up? We're well over 30,000 subscribers on TikTok for Mr. Short Dollar, so I appreciate that as well. Right. But I want to encourage you guys, make sure you get an ebook. 5 questions to ask yourself before you start a business. 5 questions to ask yourself before you start a business. A $5 ebook. I know damn well everybody got $5, and that $5 can save you $5,000. You save you a lot of time, a lot of headache and pain. Get that ebook, look over and stuff like that. I think it'll give you a good insight. Mother book, Short Dollars and Cents, be out probably mid-December. Enough time to get it for you and your boo at Christmas. So all that stuff there. Make sure you check out the videos on Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. We got the Short Dollar store, got the merchandise, the merchandise, the cups, every other thing is on there and stuff like that. We got some of the holiday stuff showing already and stuff. So definitely go there and check it out. Remember, the main hub is Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. You look in the description section of the video. That's where the merchandise and stuff is. Also, the link to get an ebook. But there's also a lot of other great information there and stuff. We're gonna pray that I can get past these damn drainage too, man.
Maria said, I started a fundraiser. I'm doing donations for services to raise capital for my business. I hired a web designer who taught me how to do updates. I'm looking for someone good to work with me in my business.
If it's for the capacity that we can help you with, feel free to reach out. But if it's something that that's above your pay grade, that just when I say that that you might need to outsource for marketing and advertising, look on Fiverr and look on Upwork. It's a freelancer, one-time charge, get that stuff done and everything. Right. Like, it's just something that I could pass through from the financial entrepreneur standpoint. You might need consulting with. We can take care of you. But if outside of that, don't be so stuck on. We don't want to lose hours trying to do something that we can't be the best at what we're doing. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Don't let that $100 or $200 in your pocket going out your pocket scare you from making thousands of dollars because you're free to work and do and think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So look, y'all, man, I want to tell you again, thanks for all the love and support. I appreciate all you guys. Y'all have a safe weekend. And listen, I ain't gonna talk to you before then, but everybody enjoy your turkey day.
That's right.
Enjoy your turkey day. Enjoy your turkey day, okay? Hey, and be thankful for everything you got, man. I got a great family, got great health and everything and stuff. Business been great and stuff, and I got you guys too. Right. Love you all. Appreciate all the love and support. Y'all be safe, and I'll talk with you soon.